Yo, what up, YouTube, man? What's up, man? Your boy Keith Street Raw is back. I know it's been a minute, couple of weeks since went live. But yeah, man, it's time to go live. Shout out to the Detroit Pistons. They've now 3-0 on the Knicks. I'm gonna just say right quick. Remember Boston last year. Just remember Boston last year. All right. Remember Boston last year. So yeah, man, I got a lot to unload, bro. Like I'm told that this is a pause-worthy title, but nah, I mean, bro, look, man, we can't say nothing in 2026, man. Like I said, a real man ain't got to say no Romo. So, nah, man, yeah, it's the Knicks lost another one tonight to Detroit. I'm not worried. Like, if you understand this, I'm not worried about Detroit. I'm really not worried about the trade. If we get to where we supposed to get, I know that Cavaliers, we might be the 4th seed right now, so we could see these niggas in the second round. But I think the Knicks is going to. I think the Knicks are definitely going to be probably the top 2 seed. They have a 2 or 3 seed. I think we're still better than Cleveland. Cleveland is playing well right now with Harden, but I'm just not that impressed. I think the Boston. They doing their thing too, but I'm not impressed by either. I think the Knicks are a better team, but we might just have the harder schedule going down the stretch. We got Houston coming up. I think we should go bounce back and win that game. But yeah, other than that, we back for I wanted to do some All-Star game reaction. Hawk, did you watch any of that All-Star shit or not?
Nah, bro. I stopped watching the All-Star game like 3 years ago. I heard it was better though.
Yeah, I heard it was better too. I mean, I heard it was better. I saw parts of the final game. I saw parts of the middle game. I mean, I honestly, like the fact that we got to do it this way. It still don't really move me that much. I mean, they tried to make it all fourth quarters. I mean, the sled contest. You know who that? You know who he is that won it? Funny because I asked on TikTok last night. I asked, dude, where did the guy that won it, Keyshawn Johnson, where did he go to school? Right? Nobody knew. Nobody knew. Like, I mean, it's like, bro, we got whack dunk contests, whack, like the participants are people we don't know. A bunch of people, the people that nobody wanted to do it if Matt McClung was going to do it, and then Matt McClung does an all-star game. I mean, all dunk contests at home. Like he should have dunks. He would have done it. It's crazy, man. Well, I mean, I don't want to talk about that damn all-star game either. I did talk about the Knicks. See, Mike, I did talk about the Knicks. So let's talk about the Knicks. The Knicks are going to beat Detroit. I promise you. This is 10 Toes Down podcast. The Knicks will beat Detroit in the conference final, the second round, if that's what we face them. In 5. Now, you know what? I'll give them 6. I'll give it 6 again. I'll just say this. Remember what Boston did to us last year? How'd that work out? You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, it just, a bunch of stuff going on. The league has got back. It was the Magic and the kids playing, and I guess the game of the night was Pistons Knicks, right? I don't know if there's any bigger games out there. You know that what's the name was going to come. Biz, let me know. Hit me on TikTok if you want to pull up, man. I chop up a few things. They was keeping about alive on TikTok yesterday because you know who was in the live. Oh man, this is crazy, bro. It's crazy out there, man. Like I said, I get into these spaces, man, because I hear so much dumb shit, bro. I hear so dumb shit in these streets that just gotta, you know what I mean? I mean, look, everybody know, bro. I haven't been on YouTube since Saturday, and if anybody saw that debate, man, you know it is what it is. I mean, look, I don't mind losing. I didn't have a problem even losing a shot, but I hate losing to a lying ass niggas, bro. You understand what I'm saying? I hate losing a lot. Like if I watch, let me tell you something. I watched the first half of his round. You talking about what, a minute and a half? And I counted
Yeah.
4 contradictions. I counted him contradict himself 4 times. Like, bro, listen. I mean, it is what it is. Y'all wanna, yeah, Lord, yeah, hey, look, the streets thought I won that, but the one judge thought I lost. Thought I didn't present my case. I thought I presented my case, right? I thought like real talk, right? If you telling me, Hawk, as a Laker fan, get one trip out of the first round is success. I mean 2 trips out of the first round and 1 chip is success for a Laker? Is that a fair assessment?
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Especially when you have an established superstar player that came to the team. Hell no.
Yeah, and it's funny. It's like we got superstar help. He said, "I got superstar
Right.
help." So you can't use he was by himself excuse. You can't. Okay, so I guess they had to trade all the young guys and all this, and I bought all that. I bought up all that. You call a man a top 7 Laker, what I give people with better Laker resumes. You talk about 50,000 points when most of those points were scored in a different
Wait.
unit.
I don't mean to interrupt you. Who called him a top 7 Laker?
My opponent, you know who?
Shit.
Top 7,
I know. I know. I just need you to say that so I can address it.
Oh,
Shit.
good job. You know what I said? So, like I said, I don't mind losing. But like, how do you not spot the lies and the contradictions? How do you not do it? And then when he rebutted me, he rebutted points that I never called it the bubble chip. I've never said it was a chip that didn't count. I assume, like I've debated as if the chip was, but it's like, okay, we were mediocre first round out. Then said we would have won the championship if LeBron and what's the name didn't get hurt. How can you prove that? How can you use a would have in a debate, bro? Explain that to me.
I would accept that. You know, like how they had the arguments about Jordan. Like if he didn't retire, they would have won at least 7, 8, right? That would make sense because the motherfuckers was winning nonstop. You can't say shit like that when the motherfucker only got 1 championship in 8 years.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. But I understand. I lost to a lying motherfucker too before. I understand.
And that's how I go, bro. That's how I go. He say, yeah, I'm all right. I'm dropping a link in the chat. Y'all want to pull up? You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. I'm because I got I'm just trying to pull up. I don't want to go to TikTok.
Yo, your sound went out, buddy.
Can you hear me? I don't know what the hell is up.
You low as hell.
I'm going to ATT tomorrow. I'm about to upgrade this phone too, for real. Oh, that's what happened. Oh,
there we go.
Call.
I got you.
All right. Yeah, I got a call. That's what happened. But, hold on.
But nah, remember the one I had that you judged. That motherfucker lied about 3-4 times, then told me I was wrong with the shit I said, which is proven. Go back and Google Street.
This is my thing, right? Because I'm the only one who had to literally catch flack offline about how I judge debate and how I debate, and I was told I ruin integrity of the debates and shit. But it's like, bro, how can you do debates, bro, and cap and win? And that's my thing. It's like I said, your boy said that D Wade was a loser before LeBron got to Miami. He was a loser. Now the same guy is telling me not just success, but Lakers success is one championship and one trip out of the first round in 8 years. It's telling me that Dwayne Wade is a loser. See, that's my thing, bro.
Insane.
That's my thing. The way I judge debate, you number one, you have to be consistent with your logic. You know what I'm saying? You have to be consistent with your logic. You can't sit there and then, publicly say, because he said it on his own TikTok live, right? I pull up 3 seconds. This nigga said D Wade was a loser for LeBron. All to justify LeBron James, right? So, bro, all you did is prove that you could pack up bullshit and fool judges. That's why I'm like, bro, these debates kind of crazy. I'm a bro.
You know why I don't listen to Shy, bro? The
Mhm.
same dude that called D Wade a loser, who got the Finals MVP in 06, right? He'll say that Kobe can't be top 5 because he lost his Finals MVPs to Shaq.
Thank you.
That shit don't make sense, bro. I don't pay him
You know what's the boy? New World is another one of these little click niggas from over there, man. He came on there trying to say I devalue conference championships. I'm like, bro, when you ever heard me devalue conference championships? But see, it's like, you know what? How I got him? I said, bro, okay, tell me what has Kyrie done since he left the Cavs. What up, Zay? What up, Viz?
What up?
I asked this nigga, the same nigga that just told me I devalue conference championship, because this is what I do, bro. This is why they don't want to debate me my style, the back and forth conversational style. Fuck that three-minute round shit. Let's have a discussion like men. Right? I asked him. I said, "What has Kyrie done since he left Cleveland?" What do you mean? I said, tell me what has Kyrie accomplished since he left Cleveland? Here's what I know. A lot of you LeBron fans will say Kyrie ain't done shit since leaving the Cavs, right?
He'll disrespect Kobe in the same sense, though, because Kobe got 3 championships. Yeah, he's a dumbass.
Yeah, but you saw this. I said, what has Kyrie done? Tell me what has Kyrie accomplished. Notice he didn't say Kyrie got to a finals, right? Kyrie won the Western.
Disrespect Kobe in championships all day. Like, nigga, you do that all day too with Kobe.
You see what I'm saying? So in their minds, this is how visceral they are. Whatever LeBron James accomplished means the most. Like they'll tell you LeBron getting the 8 straight finals means a lot, right? Then when you tell them, well, you only played one against one All NBA first teamer in those 8 years, and that was Derrick Rose in the first year. Well, what is that? I mean, Jordan didn't play one in '88.
Yo, you got another call.
Hey, Rose.
Hold it down. I gotta take this.
Yeah, it's pretty much He didn't make no sense with that. He said, we devalue conference championships. Okay, say we don't divide, or say we do devalue conference championships. This same guy disrespects Kobe and don't gives a fuck about the same argument that he wants you to give credit when it's LeBron in the same circumstance.
But Viz, this the problem with that logic, right? That he's supposed to be a Laker fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Laker fans don't value conference championships anyway, bro. Value championships. Don't nobody give a damn if you got there and you lost.
Nobody was talking about LeBron outside of FYF, who was just bringing LeBron in a conversation that had nothing to do about LeBron. He come up there talking about LeBron when the conversation wasn't even about LeBron. These guys got a weird obsession. It's ridiculous. No, it's like next level, dog. Like it's next level. It's ridiculous though. Oh, LeBron, it's like, dog, nobody's not even talking about LeBron. Why do y'all make everything about LeBron? You can't even have honest basketball talk with these guys. Because if you say anything like with the general manager that just said something, you got people reacting to it thinking it's about LeBron. He can't even give an honest assessment of what the league was at the time without them thinking it's about LeBron. Well, how does that focus on LeBron?
What's crazy is he actually gave Bron his props though. He told him like Bron was so.
But the reason why they do that is because it destroys the narrative.
That of
LeBron
course.
James 8 straight finals is some great feat, which it is a great feat. Don't get me wrong, but when you realize that he was able to compile his own team, his own coach, etc., and also take players out of the East due to Rich Paul being, an agent, it looks different.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I mean,
I agree.
reality is a motherfucker.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I
we
I
are.
agree.
can't hear nobody. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear
One
you, bro.
second, y'all. I can't hear nobody.
But nah, man,
Yeah, I feel,
they do that shit for the same reason they attack Kobe, bro. Ain't no different.
yeah, he's not no real Laker fan. He's a LeBron. He's a
It's-
player fan over a team fan.
Oh, I know that, but I'm just
Much as I
saying,
love
you know,
Allen Iverson, I would never put no player over my team ever.
yeah. But this the same motherfucker. They be a Heat fan and a Cavs fan and a Laker fan,
You got a
which is
Heat fan over
fine.
there.
Just be honest, bro. Don't tell me that you've been a lifelong Laker fan and you goddamn telling me that you don't see Kobe as top 5. He was selfish and all this other shit.
Yeah, that sounds crazy for a
It's-
Laker fan. That's some shit
It's,
that I
it's
will
fame.
say as a Sixer fan, because Kobe. I used to be a Kobe hater, but since Kobe, because Kobe beat the home team, that would be some shit. I would say that he's selfish. I don't expect no
But-
Laker fan to say that.
But y'all should have rooted for him anyway. He from Philly.
Nah, fuck rule for me. Beat us, man. Nah. He ain't show no mercy.
Man,
He ain't show no mercy. Kobe ain't show no mercy. We ain't show no mercy. Fuck him.
he was getting booed there before he even beat the Philly though.
We was not booing Kobe until he beat us in the finals.
Let me see. Well, you right.
Kobe
I had to figure out what All-Star game that was. You right.
Kobe low-key rejected us at first. And then it wasn't until we started booing him. He wanted to accept he was from Philly because his people, his mother and them lived in West Philly.
I know. But I'm sitting there. I'm thinking about the All-Star game that he got booed at. I can't remember what year it was.
That was the one in Philly. What 01?
You know what I'm saying? He ain't beat y'all yet.
What's that 01? I don't know.
If it was 01, he hadn't beat y'all yet. That's what I'm saying. I was thinking about how he looked. Yeah, he still had his hair.
No, he said something. I know what it was. He said something. Was it 01 or 02? What's the one? It had to be 02. I think it was after.
Man, I ain't trying to. Y'all should have been rooting for that man.
Man, we're not rooting for that. Man, I don't know. I think because not even that. He wasn't even trying to claim Philly. Kobe wasn't trying to claim Philly around that time. Up until that point, we remember. Oh no, I'm from Lower Marion. I'm from out the county. Like, man, your whole people's living. Come on, man. Your G-Mom and all them live in Philly, man. Don't do that, Kobe. You know what I mean? Then he finally embraced his roots once he, got towards the end, and we gave him one of the biggest outside of LA. We gave him one of the biggest send-offs when he was retired. We gave him damn near a 5-minute standing ovation.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he won his last game in Philadelphia. We gave him
I ain't gonna lie.
We gave him his grace when he left out.
You know how mad I would have been as a Boston player and that motherfucker getting all that standing ovation?
What? If you was from Boston?
Yeah, if I was a Boston player, he torching us. You motherfuckers is calling this man MVP.
This is. I understand. Yeah, you hate him as a competitor. When they're going out, you just look at their whole career in totality and you just appreciate.
Yeah, of course, of course.
It's going to be the last time you see him. So I don't mind it. I think LeBron gonna get that same love. I think this is going to be a little bit different because
it's going to be different. It's definitely going to be different.
LeBron does his what is it? His passive shading without saying nothing. I mean, he thinks it was too stupid to say, but yeah, dog. These guys in these circles, man, they contradict themselves all day, dog. They want you to bow down to one. Like, and keep in mind, these guys are older than me. They damn near row age. 45-year-old man is want you to praise a guy that's younger than them. It's a weird obsession. These guys are whole fathers, uncles, the whole nine, and they get on these platforms and they get mad at Ro, they get mad at me, and they try to crucify you on statements that they get mad at you or that they're allowed to criticize other players on. It's ridiculous, dog. It's ridiculous.
Of course. But
it's ridiculous.
Anything to fit your narrative, baby.
Yeah, it shouldn't be about that though, dog. It should be about what it like. Yeah, if you talking about just X's and O's or stats and all that, all right, cool. You got your preference with that. But when it's straight down to the facts, man, come on.
But look, here's the problem. Here's the problem though. You can't have a straight X's and O's conversation with these motherfuckers If you have a straight X's and O's conversation and you start naming deficiencies, that shit gonna get nasty. And they're gonna start personal attacks and all this other shit.
Yup.
And that's the thing. They can't even. You can't even have a logic. You can't even. Oh, what up, bro? Hold on, my man JB is here.
What's up, bro? What's up, fella?
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh,
Good,
not
man.
much, man.
One second, guys. I'll be back. I'll be right back. But y'all hold it down, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't have a logical
Nah.
conversation with these guys, dog.
Yeah, man. But that,
What's up, y'all?
You're
what's going on, man. But all I'm
What's
saying
up,
is like
fellas?
even the NBA players when they look at certain players and they rank them certain places because of the holes they have in their game or lack of. That's when they shit started getting nasty. Then they start attacking they legacy and all that, man. I can't talk to people like that.
Yeah, I agree. They on a pro level, man. You feel like they got a little bit more ego compared to us. We ain't nobody's compared. We nobody's compared to them. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, living and playing the hoop. You know what I mean? Playing, knowing the NBA, the ins and outs of that. So you kind of should expect it from them, not from these weirdos. These guys talk, want to talk hoop with you when they with their boys. They 8-15 deep. 8-15 deep, and then
20v1.
yeah, exactly. Then when you by yourself and you want to
And
have
they
a
got
conversation with them, they sit in the chat. They don't want to come up and have a conversation with you when it's just you by yourself. Ridiculous, dog.
it's a 20v1 and they got chat GBT. You like, damn, gang, like
One of the funniest thing to me is when they're using my guy like Kobe versus Jordan. You'll think Kobe LeBron. And then in the same breath say Kobe can't be top 5 and shit like that. But when they're using Kobe against Jordan, I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't have speak about Kobe better. So they all know like it's just
It's a fucking game.
right, the straight up ignorance, or they feel like they have a avenue that they want to continue on for whatever benefit it is to them. But
It's a whole game they play. They want to take the attention. That's what when they do that, Posh. They want to take the attention off of the LeBron and Jordan thing and have the Kobe and Jordan guys arguing. Oh, well, why don't Kobe fans think that Jordan is better than, or think that Kobe better than Jordan? Because Kobe fans understood what the mission was. He didn't do enough to surpass him, and even some Kobe
not all
fans will feel
Kobe
like he
fans
passed him.
now. Watch how you talking now, this. Yeah.
Oh,
Not all
come on,
Kobe
Posh.
fans now.
I'm a big Kobe fan, but I defend Kobe if when it comes down
Yeah,
to. But I'm
nah, but I
saying,
was just saying your statement, like say, Kobe fans, because I personally think LeBron got put in the GOAT debate to cancel out Kobe.
I
Because
agree
it ain't
100% with
easy.
that. I
It
agree
ain't easy
100%.
to dismiss. It ain't no, but meaning it ain't easy to dismiss Kobe as how it is easy to dismiss LeBron versus Jordan. So I feel that is the true debate. So for whatever reason, they don't want Kobe to be in that space. So they put LeBron there, which that's an easy dismissal for Jordan. But way too much former players say Kobe was more skilled.
Which he was.
Most people, yeah, said way too much former players said Kobe was most skilled. And most people that watch the NBA say Kobe played in the dead ball era, what's considered to be possibly the toughest era ever in terms of stars, defense, offense, everything combined, if you feel me, and the teams that he went up against, the 50-win teams and all that. So a Kobe fan like me, you gotta come straight up correct, because I'm gonna come with certain facts. Like one of the main facts, let me just put this out there. I don't wanna be too long. 85% of Kobe um opponents won 50 or more, right? Jordan is second with 66. That can explain how I lost one or two, because I'm
Yep.
going up against harder and then my team ain't always the best. I've actually beat teams that were better than my team. My
Yep.
team ain't always the best. So a lot of things with Kobe can truly compare. It just can't be a dismissal. You feel me? And that's why I think they put LeBron there. He's just pretty much a whooping stick, you know.
Remember, Posh, she used to be about, I'm not saying championships is the A all be all, but we know what we were saying back when Kobe won that fifth. What were we saying? If Kobe get that fifth, he either is better than Jordan, and if he get one more, he's clearly the better player than Jordan. It wasn't about all that scoring shit, MVPs and all that shit when it came to Kobe versus LeBron. I mean, Kobe versus Jordan. It was strictly
Right.
all right. Kobe got 5. He get one more. This conversation is going to be a difficult conversation for Jordan fans. Now, all of a sudden, that shit don't exist no more.
And that's factual because Jordan, because most people kind of cancel out the Bill Russell and them saying of error and the amount of teams and all of that. So Magic had 5. You feel Magic had 5. So Jordan, I think Jordan wanted to get more than 5. And I think they wanted Jordan to get at least 6 as well.
Yeah.
So I can truly say championships do matter. And yes, it's just exactly that. It's just not the A all B all. You factor in other things, the killer mentality. So everything that you can mention that Jordan have in terms of willingness, killer mentality, Kobe matching him in all departments. And if you're not biased, you can even say certain things Kobe was even more disciplined with the off the court stuff and certain things like that. You feel me? So it's and then Kobe actually have separation from. He's the only one in this debate that actually won with 2 different co-star. You feel me? Why he didn't have the privilege of having a secure co-star like Magic or Jordan for their entire time of winning. He actually had to rebuild in the middle of his prime. And that's something that's gotta be respected as well. But somebody else go ahead,
I agree with you, dog. I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you, dog. Yeah, Aposh, I'm looking at your what you call it. Yeah, we boo. What was that? When did we? I think that was after the championship. I think that was 02.
That
We said
was
Philadelphia.
my photo is that's the Pistons versus the Pistons in 04 because they always show one of Shaq getting like 5 people on him versus New Jersey. But this is how the Pistons won. Shaq is not a playmaker. The Pistons and the Piston coach, Larry Brown, was smart enough to know, get the ball out of Kobe's hands. You feel me?
Tayshaun did a good job. Well, Tayshaun, we're not doing that, Posh. Tayshaun did a good job.
What I'm trying to tell you, it's not Tayshaun alone that was guarding Kobe that series.
Oh, no,
Pictures. Yeah. So they real life like zoned in on Kobe plus force him into certain tough shots, and there is blame to go on him by not like just totally he did it in 2010. He real life and you can see versus the Spurs in 2008 in the conference final. But at that time, it was just so much going on between Karl Malone making pass at that man's wife. Young at the time, Karl Malone knock out Kobe with one fucking punch. Nigga chop wood with his hands and shit. Like, and Kobe
was ready for that fade, though.
That's one of the things, bro. Yeah, I know he's always ready. He's really, but that's one of the main things about Kobe too, bro. Kobe probably the only player coming in playing against his team. These niggas didn't like Kobe. He was a youngin getting all of the fame, everything.
Kobe was fishing for that MVP, dog.
No, what I'm trying to tell you is it was his time to get it.
Nah.
Shaq was a bad role player.
But that wasn't even it though, bro.
Shaq was a bad role player.
Yo, Viz, if you watch them finals, bro, they when they had the conversation, they pressed up to 94 feet to slow down their offense. And then when they guarded Shaq with one person, but they shaded Kobe and so that forced him into a late
Yep.
shot clock. So he either had to one pass or he had to force up a bad shot, which
Yep.
he later said that he should have adjusted to it, but it was his fault. But
Mm-hmm.
they had lost Karl Malone, and that defensive adjustment they never adjusted to. And now it's
And
I
my
put a
man
lot of it on Kobe, but it's a lot on Phil Jackson ass too. Because why the coach ain't making no
finish why he said he was his fault. He said he didn't got his team ready to play. You feel me? Because that was always his job. But I'm telling you too, that was a political answer. Shaq was telling dudes not to pass Kobe the ball in that finals. A lot of
Oh yeah,
reports
they
came
had
out,
drama
bro.
going on around that time
A
too.
lot of Shaq was literally, and Shaq
shit.
was the one who recruited Gary Payton and recruited Karl Malone. They were jumping that nigga, bro.
That was but that was before that. That nigga Shaq said that he ain't fucking playing defense until Kobe acknowledged that it's his
Till the
team.
big dog get fed, right? Shit like that. So when you look, Kobe have to be fighting just to get his shit off. You're not being a complimentary co-star, which I have been for you all this time. So just like Tony Parker that won a Finals MVP in 2007, they had to tell Shaq in Miami, nah, bro, you gotta let this shit go to D Wade. Because at that time, Shaq was out of shape, bro.
Yeah, you can kind of see that in the 05 series versus the Pistons.
He made
Or
Santa
whatnot.
Claus look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's how big Shaq was.
Say that
You hear me,
again.
Shaq?
Shaq made Santa Claus look like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Man, the fuck.
Yeah, Shaq was wild in 04, but he still was trying to be that guy in 05. I think if they would have played through Wade in 05, I think they beat the Pistons in 05. They were supposed to be in the
Yeah.
finals in 05.
But look,
05.
that's why Gary Payton told his ass you can't fucking do that no more.
Mhm.
Cause he let it rock in LA. He let that shit rock in LA. He told his ass in Miami like, cause he was gonna retire at the end of that season whether he won or not. That motherfucker wasn't trying to go out with no ring, man.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
fact.
one of the things. And it's not like Shaq didn't have good teams before Kobe. So even them same dudes, I saw them with a video and I commented on it. They're saying Shaq had an all defensive player and an all NBA 5 years straight, right? The only other player that had that was Jordan with Pippen.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, hold on. So what am I missing? How y'all come to the conclusion of Kobe being carried by Shaq? What the fuck did Kobe have? Because Shaq, bro, people all the defense is playing to the common eye. From I was a youngin watching Lakers basketball, Shaq biggest liability is defense.
They'll put him
He's
on
gonna
blocking them
get in
screens.
foul trouble. That's why he never played good against Duncan and them. He can't play Duncan.
Yeah, they was
Duncan
moving
is
him
gonna
all. They was
kill him
moving
in
his
the block.
ass.
And he's gonna
Mm-hmm.
some clumsy foul. So I used to pray that Shaq don't get fouled out in certain games, bro. Literally prayed.
That nigga
Because
wasn't
he's
carried
gonna
by
get him
Shaq,
fouled.
dog.
Bro, he was terrible at defense because he
You
defends with his whole body. He's gonna
No,
put his
I agree.
whole
I
body
agree
in
with you,
you.
Pasha. I was saying more so about the carry. I
He
think
was a
only
clutch.
that shit only fly for 2000, and that's like barely even that. You can look at Kobe performance and you watch that series, dog. Kobe was definitely was a 1B. But to say he got carried, dog, Shaq don't get there without Kobe. I mean, obviously, Kobe don't get there without Shaq. But in hindsight, when you look at that second three-peat with Kobe, dog, like I said, the second three-peat show you that Shaq needed Kobe more than him, and Dwayne Wade series alone indirectly tell you that he needed a guard and the penny.
And
Shit wasn't
Vince, you
Shaq all
see
the time.
2000,
Hey, yo,
what
but
people
fuck all
always
that.
give Shaq. Go ahead. I want to say this
I mean,
last thing though. 2000, what
go
people
ahead.
always give Shaq. Kobe Bryant in game one. Reggie Miller send Jalen Rose to did that to Kobe. In game one, Reggie Miller only got one bucket, and it was on Ron Harper. Even got an N1-3 on. He couldn't get nothing from Kobe. Defense is a major part of this shit. And if I'm stopping most of the threat on the perimeter, and you down there got a mismatch. Let's go home. It was just as simple as that. Well, go ahead. I digress.
You see the mascot in the chat, right?
No, I ain't even looking at the chat. Who in the chat?
You see the JJK mascot in the chat, right?
Man, I just looked as soon as you said that. Man, I already fucking knew who it
This
was.
nigga is a clown,
nigga's
dog. You a
A
clown.
fucking weenie, bro.
Yeah.
Go. You know, you lucky it's Rose Train. I ain't gonna talk to him crazy. Like, we not even talking
Bro,
about your dude. You
bro,
talking about
let it
somebody
go.
don't know basketball. Then when we
Let-
talk about your dude, you
He's a
cry
weenie.
like a hoe.
You know, one time me and Zay was on stream. We was talking about the Super Bowl, we were previewing the Super Bowl.
You know about to talk about his birthday, bro.
This dude came in the chat crying, bro. He came in the chat crying about us talking about LeBron. Nigga, we would literally talk about the Super Bowl for about 20, 30 minutes. Why y'all?
Ain't nobody mad. Like we over here talking about some other stuff. You cry about people talking about LeBron all day. Nobody's not talking about LeBron. Then you saying we not hoops. How we don't know hoops? We talking about shit that actually happened in hoops. He's a clown, man. Go talk to your bosses, dog. Go sit on their lap or something, man.
Exactly. Like I said,
Nigga's weird.
I asked him if we got permission. If we got permission to get over, come over here. You know what I mean?
He
Because I know
screen record. Yeah, they sent them over here to screen record, nigga.
I wish you could
He's a
see who in
weenie,
this
bro.
joint, like what's it called? Yeah, he's
I mean, that's
look,
fine.
They
Hey,
want me to get back in
got
the
a
ring.
whole
Right?
chick like
Let me
30
get back
years
in the
old
ring
acting like a
and have
kid.
They want me to get back in the ring with an Iverson versus Nash debate, and that's the only thing that I might be interested in. The fact that we have to have an Iverson
Bro,
versus
that's
Nash.
sad,
that's the
bro.
shit I be
You
talking
will.
about.
I'll
I
take
hate
you up on that offer,
motherfuckers with
bro.
these analytics, bro. I hate motherfuckers with these analytics.
They
I'll
sad,
probably take you
bro.
up
I'm
on that
trying to
offer.
tell you. Like, why they never played basketball to continue using shit like that?
I can't stand
It's
these
just as
motherfuckers
simple
with
as
And
that,
analytics.
enough
bro.
respect for Steve Nash. He was a very great player, a Hall of Famer, but he is not. He cannot.
Shine.
Shout out
Hey,
Finn.
I got a question. Is he a Hall of Famer without his 2 MVPs?
No.
Steve Nash. Oof.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
Well,
Nah, but he
you know what?
Hall
Mark
of
Price
Fame
ain't
with
in
him
the
though.
Hall of Fame, so I'm not putting Nash in the Hall of Fame without them MVPs. I don't care.
Yeah.
All right. So he shouldn't be in the fucking Hall of Fame because he shouldn't have got the motherfucker.
We can't do that.
No, I can't.
Yeah, who ain't?
Much
Who
as
can't?
I disagree with that second MVP he got. We know what that was around that time. If y'all was around at that time following,
I
we
know
knew
what it
exactly
was,
why he got
goddamn
that.
it. But
Yeah,
you know what
we
I
know
mean?
why he got
Like,
that second MVP. We know what they was doing. Malice of the
Look,
Palace, trying to
it's
change
what
the
I'm saying.
face.
Like, look,
Yeah, we know
right
what they was
there.
doing.
Nash was a system point guard. The system propped up his numbers. It'd be like, honestly, the way they were running that pace versus everybody else, it'd be like a quarterback that throw the ball 55 times, right?
look,
Of course, you're going to have great passing numbers when you throw the ball 55
man,
times and barely run.
you
That's what
you
them
see what
Cougars
Harden did in that offense.
Harden was the
Harden
guard in
looked
that
crazy in that offense.
Harden was the guard in that offense. So,
Oh, bro, you think he was a system guard his first year? I don't know about that, dog. I think
Steve
Nash
Nash,
was
hold
doing.
on. Steve Nash is like 50 years.
He was able
Hold
to
on.
let his shackles get out the shackles a little bit because he was
Yeah,
already
hold
playing
on,
Nelly
hold
ball.
on.
He was already playing Nelly ball on the Mavericks.
Yeah, but he ain't put up them type of numbers. That's the deal. Like he was
He
a
had more
good player.
weapons. Yeah, remember
He
he
was
Nah,
a
had
good
that
point guard.
fucking bullshit ass
Steve
Antoine Jameson,
Nash,
Antoine Walker.
he good.
Nah,
He
man, we ain't gonna do
good,
that.
but
We ain't
like,
gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. Get that motherfucker a good look.
Nah, I
Look,
think
look,
Nash he had better
I'm
weapons because
gonna say this
he
again.
was
I'm gonna say
already
this
playing
again.
Nelly ball. So that was I think it was just a
Let
perfect match for him
me
with
this. Without
D'Antoni.
You ain't say bullshit ass Antoine Jameson.
Real quick.
No,
I got
I
a
mentioned
question.
Antoine Jameson. Yeah, I said Antoine Jameson and Antoine
Real
Walker.
quick. I got a question.
Antoine Jameson be who? Go
Hold
ahead.
on, fellas. Y'all hear me?
Go ahead, bro.
I said go ahead.
I got a question. If you take the D'Antoni years out, right? You take the D'Antoni Phoenix Sun years out. That means you're taking the two MVPs. Is Steve Nash better than Mark Price?
No.
No.
So he's not a Hall of Famer without the system. Get real. Because Mark Price ain't in the Hall of Fame. And Mark Price was All-NBA first team in 1993 with actually playing a slower down system. Then like they played the slow pace in the league, the Cavs of the 90s.
I think he's just as good. I think he's just as good as Mark Price.
hey, you
I
see,
think Mark Price is better.
even this Hall of Fame thing, bro. So a lot of this shit is like who people like most. I was even watching the bar shit earlier, man, and they were showing some shit on Sean Marion, and
Look at her.
I didn't know he was gaudy like that though. In terms of certain players that, let's say,
Little
Draymond
T,
is
that's
Sean
a
gonna
good
get
Marion was
one.
into the
guard
Hall
1
of
through
Fame.
4.
Hollywood
Little
he was
T was a
guarding.
good one.
He was
Yeah,
guarding. He
don't
was
be
getting his
starting
ass
power
toe
forward
off though.
sometime with Amari at the center.
Draymond is gonna get in the Hall of Fame, right?
Who?
I don't know about nobody yet. Draymond Green.
Oh yeah,
Draymond ain't
Yeah,
fucking bet.
yeah, he
They're
going
gonna
in,
put
bro.
him in there, but he ain't
He
That nigga
better
shouldn't
than
getting
be,
on
but he
some
Sean
going.
bullshit.
Marion.
He
Getting on
shouldn't be.
some
We
He
bullshit.
going.
ain't better than no Sean Marion. Just
He
like
getting on
with
Nah,
some
the
bullshit.
debate
No, he
with
not
him
better
and
than no
Kenny and
Sean Marion.
Martin. Just like with the debate with him and Kenny and Martin.
nah, that's a fact.
Kenny would have probably
I'm
won
taking
Yo,
more.
Mark
Herb,
Price
they
any day.
smoking you in these comments, bro.
Huh?
Now they
See
smoking.
my guy Herm up in here. What's
Smoking
good,
Herb
Herm?
in the
I see you up
comments.
in here, baby.
That
Look at this
nigga Lil
clown,
Ticket.
Herm. You hear this shit, bro? Ain't nobody saying nothing stupid, you clown.
Lil Ticket
Ain't
is
nobody
crazy.
talking
Smoking
about
me.
Steve Nash. Like, what are we? Everything wrong with you? Like, go ahead, go to your boss stream. Your boss on TikTok right now. Go over there and sit on his lap.
Oh, is there?
He got a whole chick. He got a whole chick and be giving all these men more attention than this lady.
Hey yo, Fish ain't said nothing
I'll tell you
wrong
later
yet.
what the real man is.
Hollywood
I'll
Sherman.
tell you.
What's good, Herm?
Hey,
That
Herm, you
nigga
got your
said
money
he
back?
can say he played JV as a
Hollywood.
senior in high school.
Hey man, what the hell y'all talking about, man? Y'all sit around here trying to disrespect some of the Steve Nash. You
Bro, we
gotta
can barely hear
realize,
you, bro.
yeah, cause I am at work. So my bad if y'all can't hear me as well. But all I'm saying is the disrespect to Steve Nash. Do I think he's an elite of the elite for his top 5 point guards? No. But the man can shoot just as good as Mark Price. He was a
Yup.
50-40, he was a 50-40-90 guy consistently. And in 2005, I want people to realize around 2005, he did this shit and led the Suns to being one of the best teams in the league, and he didn't have a Marty Stoudemire. He didn't have him. And he did it with nothing but guys that was not non-proven players in the league. So let's
Hold
not
on.
act like Steve Nash don't elevate anybody. Then when you look at the Draymond Green, as much as I love Kenyon Martin because he's old school, he good, he got the toughness and everything, and he don't take no shit. His impact in the NBA is not as good as what Draymond's impact has been for the Warriors.
No,
His
that's a
impact
lie,
for the
bro.
Warriors,
That's a
no, for
lie,
the
bro. That's a lie.
now
That's a
that's
lie. That's
you
a
another
How?
fucking
guy
lie.
because end of the day, are the Warriors winning
Okay.
those chips without Draymond Green?
They'll win them if they had Kenyon Martin.
If they have Kenny Martin, they win
Are
more.
the Warriors winning the chips
The
without
fuck?
Draymond Green?
Would they win them if
Simple
they
ass
had
They
Kenyon
win
question.
Martin
more
instead
with
of
Kenny
Draymond?
Martin.
Simple motherfucking question, man. It's a simple question.
Would they have him if they had
All that
Kenyon Martin
dumb
instead of
shit,
Draymond?
political shit, we ain't gotta get that.
Answer the
Simple
question, bro.
yes or no.
What
You
you have to
responding to
do,
two players, bro.
what you have
Shut
to
your
do
dumb
is say,
ass up. Shut your
shut up,
silly
This
ass
nigga,
up, you silly
man,
son
get
of a
this
bitch.
dumbass
You trying
nigga
to
over
say
here.
Sean Marion better than Draymond Green. Shut your dumb ass up, you
This
dumb son of a
dumbass
bitch.
nigga over here.
I don't want to hear that dumb ass
Sean
shit.
Marion is way better than Draymond.
Stick to soccer. Stick to soccer, Baba Clot.
bro.
Stick to that, you stupid motherfucker.
See,
You
Man, get
don't
him
know
out of
shit
here,
about no
bro.
no,
motherfucking
this
basketball,
is where I
man.
get
What the fuck is
Herm,
disrespectful.
wrong
you're a
with you,
faggot,
nigga?
man. You're a
I get
faggot.
disrespectful to niggas.
Kenyon Martin
All
ain't
This is
right.
better
how
than
I
no
All
get
right.
motherfucking
disrespectful.
Draymond Green.
All
You
right.
got your
This is
The
motherfucking
fuck he is.
Calm it down.
bro.
Calm it
First
down.
thing,
Calm it
Kenny Martin
down.
was the first overall pick. Kenny Martin made it to 2
give a
fucking
damn about no
NBA
first
finals.
overall picks. A lot of the first overall picks be bums. Anthony Bennett, a goddamn bum.
Kenny
Kwame
Martin
Brown,
made it.
his ass was a damn
Kenny
journeyman.
Martin
Joe
made it
Smith,
to 2
was
NBA
a
I
journeyman,
spoke
finals.
nigga.
you on
So
this.
Bro,
I
This
don't
nigga
think,
a crash
I don't
dummy,
think
bro.
Kenyon Martin better than
shut
Joe
your
Smith.
fucking mouth,
I
Yeah,
bro.
love it.
since y'all want to go back in
Kenya
time,
Martin not better than
hey,
Joe
Don't
hey,
go back
Smith.
in
hey,
Oh,
King
time.
Rowe. Hey, King Rowe, Kenyon Martin ain't better than Joe Smith, nigga. If it wasn't for the case in 2000 for the Timberwolves paying money under the table, Joe Smith would have had a lot of great years left, nigga. They
They blackballed
You
him in
call him
2000 with
name
that
Wow.
case,
Joe
nigga.
from
They
fucking
So
black.
end
John
of the
Miami.
day, you
Smith.
shut your stupid ass up, you stupid
This
motherfucker.
nigga
You don't
got
know
I
shit
fucking
thought
about
Draymond
basketball.
Joe
Green.
Smith
You need
still
to
got
stick
his
to
ring.
another sport, and you need to
He's
shut your
better
bitch
than
ass
fucking
up, man.
Draymond Green.
Shut your bitch ass up. Talking about some
And this
damn
is what
Kenyon
I
Martin,
can't
man.
talk about these motherfuckers, bro.
Lord
Hey,
have
Kenyon
mercy,
Martin
bro.
ain't won the chip.
Hold on, y'all
Kenyon
let it
Martin the
happen. Y'all
reason
let
why
it
they were
happen.
losing, motherfucker. Fuck you
So
talking about, man.
Warriors can beat Lakers. Warriors can beat Lakers, bitch. Can Warriors
Warriors
beat
could
fucking
beat the
Kobe?
Lakers.
You fucking bitch. Who the fuck this
The
nigga
Warriors
talking
could
to?
beat the Lakers, you
Who the
stupid
fuck
Oh
motherfucker.
my
cares?
God,
You
this is
fucking
hilarious.
How the hell the Warriors can't beat the Lakers and the Lakers let Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, and Tayshaun Prince beat them? How
That
the fuck
was
the
the
Warriors
same
can't beat the
fucking
Lakers, you
team.
stupid motherfucker?
Herm, I
You
got a
ignorant son
question
of
for
a
you.
bitch. What the
Bulls can
fuck
beat
wrong with you,
Pistons.
you ignorant
Hold on, Herm,
motherfucker?
I got a
Klay
question for
Thompson
you.
better than Rip Hamilton.
Herm.
Steph Curry
Herm,
better than
Yes,
Herm.
goddamn. Shut your dumb
Herm.
ass up, you
Hold up,
ignorant
pause,
motherfucker.
one
You a
second,
stupid
pause.
son of a bitch, nigga. You
1
ignorant, man.
second,
Shut
pause,
your
1
dumb
second,
ass
pause.
up, man. Shut up. Shut
Can
up.
beat the Pistons team.
Shut
Herm,
up. Shut up, nigga.
You think
Herm,
the Warriors team can beat
Herm.
that Pistons
Pause,
team?
1 second, 1 second, 1
These
second,
niggas,
fellas.
nigga,
Fellas,
bro.
1 second, 1 second, 1 second. 1 second.
Oh shit.
God damn it, God damn it, God damn it. Bro, it's funny.
Fucking
Herm,
stupid
I
ass
got a
nigga,
question
man.
for you, Herm. I got a quick question
I'm
for
gonna
you.
ask King Rowe a question.
No, I
I
got a
wanna
question for
ask
you.
King
Oh
Rowe
yeah, if you
something.
speak to me again, we can
King
do
Rowe,
this. But hold on, I got
Stupid
a question for you
motherfucker.
first.
Can
you
Herm,
shut
I
Warriors
got
your
a
beat the
question.
bitch
Lakers?
ass up. You shut your
I used
bitch
to
Warriors
ass
listen
up
to
can
before
beat
Bronx
the
back
Kawhi
in the
comes.
days when you and I
You a
was talking
Spurs.
about
motherfucking guy, you
Lakers.
stupid motherfucker. You bitch, you. You hoe, you. Hoe.
Oh, this is
Shut your bitch
Nigga,
hilarious.
I
ass up,
guarantee
ho.
you can't. I guarantee
Shut
you
your
can't
bitch
speak
ass up,
English
boy.
better than
What
me.
the fuck wrong
You
with you?
fucking
And
bitch
I'm gonna
ass
ask King
motherfucker.
Rowe, cause I want to see if
You're
King
Okay,
Rowe
go
the
ahead, go
gonna
ahead,
be
go
fucking
ahead. I
honest.
even let you hold on, Pop.
So I'm gonna
Pop,
ask King Rowe this. King
ask
Rowe,
my question. Ask
the
your
fuck.
question,
was
brother.
Joe Smith better than Kenya Martin?
Hell the fuck no. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm gonna
No,
ask
no.
King Rowe that.
No, he wasn't, and I fucked with Joe Smith heavy in college, bro. But in pros, he was a hell of a disappointment. Number one, he shouldn't have been the first pick that year. It should have been either Sheed or Stat, but or even McDice. But wait, how is he better than Kenyon Martin? I done cooked you on
How
this
the
whole
fuck
Kenyon
is
Martin
Draymond
thing,
Green
bro.
better than Kenny Martin? That's what I
I
want to
cooked you
know.
on this
How the
Kenyon
fuck
Martin thing.
Draymond Green better than Kenny Martin?
You hear me, Mr.
Can,
Rowe?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. Did you hear my answer?
What's that?
That's what I want to know.
I heard you. Did you hear my answer?
Buddy.
I said, hell no, he wasn't better than Kenyon Martin. What did Joe Smith do in the league that would put him ahead of Kenyon Martin? Explain that to me. You there, her?
You talking to me?
This motherfucker,
Yeah,
He asked
I
you a
don't know
question
where he
and
went to. He ain't
your
there.
internet went out.
Posh don't know shit about basketball, man.
This
Hey,
six
Sis,
Posh don't
what
know
up,
shit
bro?
motherfucker
about
said
Sis, what up,
basketball.
bro?
That's
Moses
okay.
Kobe.
And,
Nobody's better
and I'm
than
gonna say
Kenny
this nigga
Martin.
stand around with GJK.
Stupid ass
There's some dumb
motherfucker, man.
motherfuckers too. I love A. Johnny. He's a nice dude, but they stupid little mother too. So they got the nerve to say the
Hey,
'06
hey,
Pistons. The '06
FYM
Pistons were
fathered
better
your
than the
style.
'86 Celtics.
I
And I
told
don't
you,
want to hear
her,
no dumb.
FYM
Any dumb
fathered your
shit in
style, and
general,
Ticket
I'm
fathered the other
checking
part
at
of
the
your
door.
style.
Anytime I hear some dumb ass shit, I'm checking that bullshit at the door.
Why
I'm
I'm
checking
telling
all
you,
this shit at the door.
04 Pistons could
'06
whoop
Pistons being
Golden
better than
State
the
ass
'86
with
Celtics. I'm
KD.
not letting that dumb
Okay,
ass shit slide.
hold on, guys, hold
I
on, guys,
put money on that shit.
hold on,
Rasheed
guys.
Wallace, Ben Wallace, and them is whooping Golden State. On everything
Yeah.
you know, nigga. You know about
Well,
basketball,
the
you
one
little
without
bitch.
KD,
If
I see
somebody live
that.
overseas, where the fuck does Jokic come from? Where the fuck does Akeem Olajuwon come from? Y'all are some cage brain motherfuckers.
Okay.
Patrick Ewing was from Jamaica, you fucking cunt. The fuck?
This is
Me
hilarious,
coming
bro.
from Jamaica got to do with basketball.
Oh,
I guarantee
hold
you,
on,
bust your ass, pussy.
real
I
quick,
guarantee
real
you, I'll
quick,
bust your ass in basketball. Facts,
real
motherfucker.
quick. Herm is a gaslighter extraordinaire, and it's funny because when you get him in an actual discussion, it's so easy to gaslight him.
That nigga's
You know what
that
I'm
nigga's a
saying?
big version of Mar, bro.
Bro, yeah.
Not clear.
I
Both
told you.
Mar and Herm are
I
mentally
told you
retarded.
this is the illegitimate son of Ticket TV in FYF and
Okay.
Nasty Work, right?
Understood.
Those are both
Understood.
of his mentors. No, real talk. Those are both of his basketball mentors, and it seemed like that's where he got his basketball knowledge from.
Yeah, both
Understood.
Ticket TV and Joe Casino are mentally retarded, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Oh my
I ran them both. I ran them both out of King
Bro, you
Money.
can't say the R word on here, bro. Y'all gotta chill with this R word.
Yeah.
Hey, Ro.
1 second. What's up?
Look at this too, Ro. You remember when LeBron beat New Jersey when Vince Carter was there. If that was like Kenyon Martin or Richard Jefferson, they have no chance. They would have no chance. No fucking chance. Kenyon Martin locking LeBron the fuck down.
See, I hate
no
I don't know about that.
in my opinion.
Listen, I don't like LeBron more than anybody, bro. But I don't know about Kenyon locking down LeBron.
That early LeBron.
That early LeBron. I mean, yeah, I'm not.
I mean, if he make him a shooter, maybe. If he make him a shooter, yeah.
Look. He's struggling enough on Nene Kristaps.
That's exactly what he would do.
Nene Kristaps, whatever Kristaps. What was his name? Chris. What's that? Was it before they had Mikey Moore?
Kristaps.
No, Nene Kristaps, something like that. Yeah. Okay. So Joe Smith. Here's the thing with Joe Smith, right? Hold on. Here's the thing with Joe Smith. Joe Smith's first 2 seasons was his best 2 seasons. It was downhill from there. By the time he's with Minnie, like, yeah, I'm not doing it. I like, where is he getting this, bro? I mean, Kenyon Martin was go. Just look at the film. Like Joe Smith got worse at everything.
Oh man, it's coming.
He got worse at everything, bro.
I was hoping he was talking about Josh Smith.
No, he's talking about
It's still no. It's still a no.
I mean, but hold on. I didn't get to cook him on his first point about like he said. Did he realize that Amari was a 20-point scorer before Nash got there? The league blackball.
I don't think he know that. I don't think he know that roster either.
So let me ask you, Herm, and I would love to bring you back there, right? Golden State trades him in year 3. He goes to Philly. He averaged 10 points and 4 rebounds. Did the league blackball him do that? I mean, with Minnesota the first year, he goes 13-8. Again, it's the first pick. I'm hearing an echo.
Oh man, that's funny.
I'm gonna mute up. I'm not sure if it's me, but let me mute up.
Yeah, somebody might be playing YouTube or some shit.
My bad.
Oh yeah. All right.
Is that echo me, King Speech?
Yeah, it might be you, Fish. If you got YouTube on, please close it.
Let me put some headphones in and see if that.
Oh yeah. I know. I remember you had that issue with it with all of them. Yeah. Okay.
Let me check and see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but bro, them niggas can't beat you in no debate, bro. It's just in their mind that makes them sleep good at night because they're pathological liars. Like,
and that's the thing, bro. I hate debating liars. Like anybody that could lie and fool a judge, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. The Joe Smith thing. Now again, Joe Smith was falling off before the case. The case didn't happen in 2000. Joe Smith entered the league in '95. Like so, and mind you, the case. Joe Smith didn't get punished. It was the West that got punished. Like Joe Smith just wasn't a good player after his first 2 years. Like he showed promise, not a superstar. Nice, but after that he didn't do shit. He got better. He got worse. Same draft. He got worse.
Well, even the same sheet. I think I was on the same go debate, whatever, and hear them saying some shit like a player. I forgot. I don't want to lie. That was better than Rasheed Wallace. I said, these motherfuckers. I guarantee you, them big ass Air Forces. Rasheed whooping fucking Golden State ass with them big ass Air Forces. Shit.
I swear I didn't think we would be sitting there having a referendum on Joe Smith tonight, man.
Yeah, that's just crazy, bro.
Nah, but for real though, these niggas just look at
AKA
one-way basketball. Who y'all think KD averaging 35 on? playing for Golden State. Y'all must be out y'all fucking minds. Yeah.
By the way,
Hey,
Joe
Oh
King
Smith
Speak.
did
man.
get pretty good money.
Hey, King
He
Speak.
did
Do I
get
still
he
got
did
the
get
echo?
paid by he got pretty decent money after the Minnesota situation. I mean, I mean, I guess the Steve Nash, and then you go back and you look. Like I said, Steve Nash played 7 years in the league before Mike D'Antoni came. Actually, played 8 years before he got traded to the Suns. Was he a Hall of Famer those first 8 years? Y'all want to hear the numbers?
No, he was just really solid on the Mavs though,
He
but
was
it
solid.
wasn't
That's what I
Hall of Fame
mean. That's
trajectory
what I
yet. Yeah, he
mean.
was
You
Not
pull
at
solid
up,
all.
though.
and this is
Hey,
what Herb pulled
King
up. He
Speech.
pulled
I
up and
got a.
talked Nash.
Hey, King
Next
Speech.
thing
Can
you
you
know,
hear me?
he's talking Joe Smith. Talking about here, bro.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, what up, Fish? Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay,
you
yeah.
better
I got
now
a,
with
I
that
got a
info.
little different. I got a different perspective on Nash and Price because I played overseas for D'Antoni in Italy for 1 year, so I know
Okay.
his system. And I sat in
That's
on
what's up.
practices in Phoenix. My
Mhm.
ex-wife was an All-American at Oklahoma State, so I lived in Oklahoma City, so I worked out with Price.
Okay.
There
Right.
is no point in time in Steve Nash's life, from high school till pro, that he could carry Mark Price's job. At no
Thank you.
time. Price was quicker. Price was stronger. Price had a better shot. Price played better defense. Nash couldn't play with that boy because Price could play in any system. He didn't need to have that system set up for him.
Bingo.
Price was like, I watched a clip of Price in high school playing a tournament without a 3-point line and averaged 53.
Mm.
His shot was like that. His whole life, his
Thank you.
shot was like that.
Thank you.
Nash
Listen,
was a
without the
good
three.
system player. Nash was a solid player in college. He was at Santa Clara. He was a good system player with the Mavericks. He was good. He was a great player with Phoenix, but he was not better individually than with Price. Look, Isaiah Thomas and them told you how quick Price was off the dribble. He created the split on the double team on the pick and roll.
There you go.
He was pulling from the 3-point line off the dribble on the break. Easy work.
All-time All-Star, 4-time All-NBA, All-NBA first team. I mean, you say he was better than us. He didn't have better numbers. You know,
He dumbed down his game to play with
D'Antoni, yeah.
and those guys. He dumbed his game down to play with Cleveland. He dumbed the game down. Look at who he
That
played with.
happened to a lot of players, man.
Yeah. He played in an inside-out system. He still got his, but his job was to get the ball to Harper, to get the ball to Elo, to get the ball to
Brad, Big
Jordan and
Brad.
those guys. That was his job.
Hot Rod.
Now
Again,
when he needed to go off, he had that Chris Jackson in it. If you watch his clips, he had that Chris Jackson stop and go in it easily. Nash didn't have that. Nash had to keep his dribble alive. Nash wasn't stopping and popping like Price could.
That's what happens when you got this goddamn this media voted awards culture. I think that's what makes you a better player.
Yeah.
Man, that was too funny though, fellas. Wow.
Yeah,
Man, listen.
Yeah, we hear you.
They just gotta stop crashing out over people they don't know.
I tell you, bro. Oh my God, man! I want do cats know? Do cats know it's okay to disagree on basketball, man? Without getting crazy about it, bro.
That's insane, bro.
Got LeBron fans in the comments.
Wow,
That
disrespectful.
nigga troll because
Yeah.
I
A
believe
lot of them
y'all.
are trolls, and Hollywood Herm, he just like attention.
I
So he
believe.
come up here crashing out. Again, I already know his game. I know
heard
his
he a
game.
Kobe fan, ain't he?
Like here's a guy that's cooking LeBron for 100 days, right? He doing copying off his daddy ticket, and then yet meanwhile he's an undercover LeBron sexual because when me and Travis was cooking on the bump, We was actually breaking down a lot of LeBron fanisms, you know, all the shit that they like to do. This guy want to come on defending him. I mean, like what? Just so he can get one up with me. We never have a one-on-one actual conversation. And when we debated this, bro, I destroyed you in the debate. You crashed out. You realized, okay, this is gonna look bad if I crash out if I'm under the debate. Because here's the thing. They want three, they want 3, 4, 5 minutes uninterrupted so they can lie. And what King Rowe is good at is catching your lies and your hypocrisies and hypocritical talking points on the spot. And that's what I'm able to do. Like, it's like, bro, you can have your opinion, be consistent in your logic. You know what I mean? And that's why
Savannah gonna file a VPO against them dudes. They keep sneaking in his house, making his bed.
I still want to know how in the history of the Lakers, a team that has won the 30, mind you, there's been a 33 NBA Finals in 77 years of existence, right? That's about a 42% split. They've been a 32. Yes, Bubba. Yes, Bubby. They've been more than 40% of their time. They've been to the finals. How does getting to one final in 8 years, 12% of the time, how does that equate to success? Especially when you've been given top 10 players most of your tenure there. Explain that.
It's a fucking failure, bro.
It's a failure. Well, I didn't call it a failure. And I think that's what they judge with. I never said it was a failure. I never said they had no success. Obviously, winning a championship, a banner, raising a banner is success. But the debate was the era, not one season, was the era successful?
Bro,
so,
I hear what you're saying. But like I said, the era is a fucking failure. I don't want to hear no semantics, bro. I've been a Laker fan since birth. My mama was a Laker fan. That shit is a failure.
I hear you. I wish you was there to judge, bro. I wish you was there to judge. You
didn't tell me about it.
I might have had I know. That's the worst part about it. I didn't have time. That's the crazy part about it. I wanted JB to pull up. I wanted you to pull up. I wanted Zay to pull up, man. It was important. It was an important debate. But that's what it is. See, this is what happens, man. They sit there and whatever their favorite player do or the player they like do, they wouldn't justify it. Let's keep it real. I keep it 100%. Like, you know, my favorite team, the Knicks, my favorite player gotta lose to cats that he was better than. I think I have people putting the White. Y'all think the White House better than Patrick Ewing? Anybody?
Nah,
right? But see what?
He's more physically imposing, but that's about it.
Yeah, he got a couple rebounding titles in those three. I think the 3 depoys. And again, but you got depoys against inferior centers. You got depoys when you got to guard. If you had to guard Hakeem Olajuwon and the centers that Ewing had to guard, no, you never. Patrick Ewing never won a depoy, never got like 1 or 2 All-NBA defensive teams. But here's the thing that I know. Ewing was the anchor of the best defense of the 90s. And again, you can see that the Knicks were never outside of the top 6 in defensive rating. And mind you, 1 year of 6, every other year they were top 3. So that right there tells you something. The White House was good and out defending inferior center. Like it was him and Ben Wallace, one of the only defense centers in the league, in my opinion.
That point right there, Ro, drop Draymond Green in Kenny and Martin's time.
Bro, that's what we debated on. That's what me and her debated on, and I destroyed him.
He would have been out the league in 3 years.
That's what I'm talking about. Imagine he's 6'6", having to guard 7-footers on the block every night.
Crazy.
Come on,
with those power forwards, you crazy. Without
so in this era, he's good at thugging Europeans who only want to see the field in the first place.
Exactly. You think Draymond Green bucking up versus players in the early 2000s?
Bro,
Martin would beat snot out that boy's nose.
Tim Duncan would have dropped 40 against the Golden State Warriors. Let's keep it real. If they're going to put his Murph it wasn't even Tim Duncan. If they can score Tim Duncan.
Man, we had this conversation before, though, Ro. We had this conversation before, and I said he was coming off the bench in the 2000s, bro. He's not. Where's you? Are you going to play him at 3? He going to get torched. You play him at 4, he going to get bodied.
He
So
won't.
what
He
is he gonna
wouldn't
do?
be in the league in the early 2000s. Fuck coming off the bench. He wouldn't be in the league.
No, I think you know what I think.
Listen,
Draymond had the savvy
I
to
seen some
mentally.
trash players that was journeyman, bro. And he come off the bench.
I tell you this:
I give you that.
give Quincy AC a handle and a half and a sometime he jump shot. You got Draymond Green with some hops right there. I'm just saying, man. Yeah, again, I mean, you know, it is what it is, bro. But yeah, no, I mean, that's the thing. I don't want to kill Draymond Green too much. Yeah, Kevin Garnett would have killed Donkey. Like again, you got to guard these niggas every night, bro. Like, and that's what Paul Pierce said this. Even Danny Green said this. Like a lot of cats,
Man.
I said Quincy AC, bro. Go look at Quincy AC was he was different, and it's like the problem is guys like AC and all them. Like once they started shooting all these threes, they became kind of obsolete. But then the league got soft as jello. That's the problem. The league got soft as jello. But yeah, Fish was cooking on that Mark Price versus Steve. I don't want to kill Steve Nash. He's a solid player.
I don't know how soft the league got. I think when it got to the point, because you remember, the league was fighting. It wasn't NBA players. It was when the ABA merged with the NBA. Is when you had guys fighting in the league. The Kermit Washingtons, the Wes Unseld, the Al Adams, all those dudes. They brought fighting to the league. So then you had Detroit. Then you had all these teams, the Knicks and all these teams playing rough ball. And then you had the Malice in the Palace. And you had the Knicks and Miami. And then you had all of this stuff going on in Kenyon Martin. What happened was David Stern started suspending dudes for 40, 50 games and taking their bread and threatening to kick them out the league. So they stopped. Kenyon Martin stopped. Steven Jackson stopped. Matt Barnes stopped. They stopped.
They legislated all the real toughness out the league, and then you wind up with Draymond Green.
So kids saw that. Kids saw that coming up. They saw if you throw hands, you're going to get kicked out of the league. They saw that from them. Kenyon Martin, I saw him on the pivot say, yes, it's they saw we was fighting. But yeah, in the same breath you say that, you say David Stern pulled you in your office and he said one more time. And you stop.
Hey, bro, I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but who that snoring?
Hold on.
I get them motherfuckers up out of here, bro.
I just heard that too.
You can finish, Fish. I ain't mean to interrupt you, but that shit gotta go.
Yeah, I heard that too. But kids come up, they emulate the league, and when they saw the league was going to kick you out for fighting, what is their motivation to be tough and fight? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they saw. 30, 40 game suspensions. Ron Artest might get kicked out the league. It wasn't that, because these kids grew up in the same neighborhoods Kenyon Martin and grew up in. So it's not they didn't grow up the same way, but when you see the commissioners taking bread and giving you multiple high suspensions, you're not going to be in a rush to throw somebody an elbow and hit them in the mouth like back in the day. You're going to try to keep your bread and stay out of trouble. So I don't think it's the fact that the league got soft, even though dudes flop. That makes it soft. But I think overall, guys coming to the league saw that there was real consequences for being that dude.
Yeah.
I think the commissioner
legislated his type out of the league. That's what I mean. They legislated some guys out of the league, and also on top of that, the style of play actually further cemented him. So it's like now we find out the guys like now we act like guys like what's his name on the Pistons against Scott the 7 game Stewart. We look at them like people are looking at them like they determined these dudes are regular dudes compared to some of the big men. Like you imagine a Stewart, who again he boxes, I get it, but you think he would have gave smoke to Zebo? Zebo was really like that. You know what I'm saying? Zebo was
Listen,
really
bro.
like that when he had skin.
Hey, Brody. Hey, I know, buddy. I'm telling you, he would have threw hands with him. I don't know if he would have won or not, but he would have
Yeah,
throw him.
Zebo would have smoked him.
Listen, I'm just telling you, Isaiah gonna throw him.
Zebo would have smoked him.
You should know Isaiah from Rochester, bro.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, he gonna throw him. But I keep it funky with you. I don't think it's just the NBA, bro. I like not being funny. The younger motherfuckers, they just softer. Everybody stopped playing outside. They started playing the Xbox game.
And
They
think
hurt
about
they hurt their knee. They crying.
think about this too, though. Prep schools was always dudes from the hood. Oak Hill was dudes from the neighborhood. It wasn't suburban kids. Stackhouse from my hometown. Stephen Jackson. That's what Oak Hill used to be. Now prep schools is full of dudes that grew up in the suburbs. It's not. It's so now you got the top level dudes are basically suburban kids. It's not, the boozers, the boozer boys.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
not roughhousing nobody. They got body by UNC the other night.
Well, so many, yeah, so many of them, and that's the thing. So many of them are second generational players, right? Their daddies were millionaires. Therefore, they ain't one for nothing growing up. They ain't have to hit them streets like that, and that's understandable, right? But it's like nobody is really like, and a lot of these guys, they know who to pick on. Like Draymond Green know who to try. You see what I'm saying? Like he know who to try.
So did KG though. KG only messed with international.
I know. Yeah, KG just had enough.
Hey, you seen he got up out of there with that security when Melo got pissed off, right?
Oh, of course.
No, he got up out of there with Rodney Rogers.
That too.
Anthony Peeler slapped him in his mouth.
I remember that too. See what I'm saying? It's like, but KG had enough. He had enough mouth to kind of sound like, again, it's more of a him talking tough, and people would, hey, you got the link, Herm, just put it right back up. You just gotta not crash out, man. Real quick, I was put the link back in there. Well, yeah, just not crash it out. Like we trying to, Posh had to leave or whatever. I gotta run over to Cino Carcino, because he calling me out. He hit me up on Patreon. He hit me up on Patreon. Of course, the Knicks. Hey, look, the Knicks got a lot. We got a lot to work out. But I kind of like this a little bit. What I seen, we ain't hit no threes. Like I ain't seeing that happen again.
All was crashing out tonight.
Yo, Herm, you good, man? You good? You want to talk more about Joe Smith? You got Canada out of Joe Smith.
Shit. I mean, shit. That nigga better than King. No matter. He better than him.
What you got against Kenyon Martin, bro? Seriously.
I just think y'all overblow it. Like he's solid. He's a tough guy,
but you realize when you pulled up here, right? The first conversation was I was thinking about debating. Somebody wanted to debate me. Steve Nash versus I think it was Shy Dumbass.
How you lose the shot?
By his judgment. That's why I keep telling y'all be lying. Y'all be lying and shit.
I was about to say that motherfucker's a gifted liar, bro.
Gifted liar. How you gonna sit here and tell me? How you gonna tell me the man got superstar help? I point out how the Lakers again right there. His math. If the Lakers been to 33 finals in 77 years, right? 40% of their existence they've been in, at least in the NBA finals. I was getting a 1 in 8 successful. Explain that to me. I don't use numbers enough, right? But that's pretty logical. How is LeBron a top 7 Laker?
Who voted against you, though?
Say again?
I said, who voted against you?
Travis was the lone judge because everybody, Dar had the headache. You couldn't make it. You go back and watch the debate. I only watched the first because I couldn't watch no more. Shy contradicted himself 4 times in the first half a round. I only watched the first half of his round, and he contradicted himself 4 times. Like it don't make sense, bro. I can go back and just watch. And then he started rebutting shit that I never said. See, that's what I hate. It's like I never said anything about the chip being less than or buggled in, but it's like when we go back to it, and this is what look. Remember when you had the debate with Johnny, right? Remember when you had the
Yep.
debate with Johnny about stats versus I know you was drunk that night. But y'all
Intangibles.
did debate of stats versus intangibles. Johnny
Yep.
had a nice wrapped up in both. See, that's why I tell you I'm a different judge. Johnny wrapped his nice little thing up in both. When I realized he contradicted himself about 4 or 5 times, and then when we had the post-debate discussion, when that nigga crashed out, when I asked him how many rebounds, you prove right there. You prove because your boy knows how many rebounds he fucking has. He knows how many he has because he counts them. So if you can't tell me you won the best rebounding title at the Boys and Girls Club or whatever the hell you did, you can't tell me, bro, you had one. You had a few double-digit rebounding games because them games ain't that long. And see, rebounds a lot, right? So if you like, what's the point? You already proven you don't believe in stats the way you say. He don't. When you said, okay, you hustle to get a block. Yes, you hustle to get a block. That is intangible. The fact that it's not just the block counts because the actual hustling to get, you know what I'm saying? That's the actual hustling to get certain or to make certain plays because you're not going to block the shot every time, but you might make a motherfucker miss. They don't count contest, right? So an elite rim protector might block 2 shots, but he's going to affect about 10 or 11 more. That's why Rudy Gobert is a 4-time decoy. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the reason why I judged them, and I know the fans voted for you, and I think I don't remember if it was Travis or I don't remember who the other debater. I mean the other host. I mean the other judge. It might have been CW for all I know. I don't think it was because he came in after. I could see through his bullshit. He didn't believe, like he contradicted himself. That's the way I judge debates. If you're going to contradict yourself, if you're going to say this in one round, and that's what I'm saying, all he did was keep coming back to the fact, oh, well, yeah, he was mediocre. They were mediocre these years, but it was injury. Oh, it was Westbrook's fault. See what I'm saying? The whole debate was the entire era a successful era? And you keep coming back to one championship out of 8 years, and then you try to say you know what he said, right? So here's the major contradiction. He compared LeBron's tenure, the 8 years where he's gotten superstars, right, to the 5 years before when the Lakers were clearly rebuilding because of Kobe's injuries and needed like the Lakers were not only rebuilding, they were tanking to get that pick, right? They keep their pick because they traded a pick for the Dwight Howard era. So you compared to LeBron's tenure where he's a superstar, you believe he's the GOAT, he's linked up with. So he called the Lakers a laughing stock the 5 years before. And then when I said I compared him to James Worthy's era, I compared him to even the great Jerry West. Jerry West got to 10 finals in 14 years, 15 years Laker career. He got to the finals as a rookie. Well, he said it's not fair to compare him to that era. Wait. You compared them to a rebuilding era, and it was fair. But it wasn't fair to compare him to an all-time great when you still calling him one of the 7 greatest Lakers of all time? Based on what? That's the point. That's the point. That's the contradiction right there. It's got to be compared. If we're talking, was LeBron a successful Laker? Was the LeBron era successful? Then I have to compare it to other eras because it's the Lakers.
No, it wasn't.
You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that it is. Hell no, it wasn't.
There is no Laker era that you can compare LeBron's to outside of Anthony Peeler.
There you go.
Everybody else
Hey, yo, man.
That Peeler, Elden Campbell, Tony Campbell, Cedric Sabalas, that's the only era that you can't.
The post Magic before Shaq and Kobe got there, basically. Yeah.
Because Kobe told Paul George, I don't beg nobody to come to LA. If you don't want to win and be great, stay where you at. That's their mentality. They don't even put up conference championship trophies. They started that.
Exactly.
They started that around the league. Them dudes don't play. Them dudes,
Not only that, no fish.
Pat Riley didn't start with tough teams in New York. Every Laker on that Showtime Laker team would fight. They had hands. Byron Scott had hands. Michael Cooper had hands.
Yep.
James Worthy, those dudes, and I don't mean like they fight if you push them. I mean they had hands. Byron Scott was telling a story about how he whooped Michael Thompson ass in the locker room because he wanted to slap box. He just told that the other podcast how Michael Thompson kept playing around, and the trainer told him don't do it, and he whooped his ass. Like them dudes was for real. You can't compare LeBron's era to a championship Lakers era because they fail consistently. They fail consistently. A bad era was the Lakers losing to the Bulls, and that was because they were old. And they
really were, but yeah, I know they were at the end of that. They were at the end of that team's run, and you know, I mean, whoever knows if Magic didn't catch the virus, they probably would have got back.
I mean, they had guys like Terry Teagle. What was the dude from Notre Dame? David Rivers. They had dudes like that on their team. Come on,
they had Vlade and Anthony Pizarro and those guys.
Yeah, LeBron. It was a he got a chip, but it was a failure. It was a failure. You got to
look. And I never use the word failure. See, here's one thing in debates, right? Debates is all about verbiage and semantics and all that shit. If I use the word failure, then I would have had to justify it. I would have had to basically say, okay, the championship didn't matter. The championship didn't matter, which is not that was not my strategy. But they kept. Oh, well, it wasn't a failure, therefore you lost the debate. Like, I had to prove it to be a failure. I just had to prove it to not be successful in terms of Lakers standards. And again, this is why I had to get at Travis. I'm like, bro, you put me on different, like, I never used the word failure. Y'all use the word failure. So why are you holding me to that standard? So that's the thing about when you do debates. You bring up a word, now you got the burden of proof. But you can't keep
for a play-in spot is a failure. The only time I see the Lakers play for that low of a seed were them Peeler teams.
Thank you. And got top 10 players.
You playing for a play-in spot, that's a failure.
And you got multiple top 10 players, right? I said that. You got multiple top 10 players, and you got a 9-digit payroll every one of them years. Mind you, the cap doesn't go to 9 digits until what? 20, I think it was 20. It wasn't. I know by the time LeBron came here, the cap wasn't 9 digits. It was like high 80s or some shit like that. They spending money for you to be successful as well. They giving you everything you want. They gave you your goddamn son. They drafted your son, and you still couldn't get him first round, bro.
But you know what I'm saying? It's not just his fault. The kids didn't know what they was doing. They didn't learn nothing from it.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, so even if it's not even, you're not even blaming it on LeBron because the management is running the team. Jeannie don't have to give LeBron everything he wants, right? But the bottom line is, we talking about was the era successful? LeBron James has been the undisputed leader of that team, even though he should have gave the team up to other guys. I guess Anthony Davis wasn't built for it. He had the game for it, but he wasn't built for it. He wasn't going to stay healthy enough to do it. But again, even through those adversities, it just wasn't successful. I'm sorry. And you doing it would have, could have. Would have, first of all, the moment he said would have, I would have knocked him out. If I was judging my own, again, you can't judge your own debate, but if I was judging him, wait a minute, you said the Lakers would have won and would have not for injury. How can you prove that? How can you prove that? You can't prove would have. You can only go on what you did. So they got knocked out in the first round where they were losing games by 30 points, and they blew a 2-1 lead. But you're gonna use would have as a legitimate argument? What can I tell you, bro? I mean, like I said, I'll be a judge in them debates. I really, only thing might pull me out of the ring is Steve Nash versus, and even then, somebody gonna tell me about Nash's total shooting percentage, and they're gonna tell you about his true shooting percentage, and it's like, bro, I can't do it. You know how good Allen Iverson was, bro. Y'all know how good Allen Iverson was at basketball. But now we go back and look. Well, damn, his true shooting percentage, he was very inefficient. Blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you, bro, it's hard, man. It's hard, Fish.
Once they start talking about percentage and numbers, I stop listening because they no longer talking about ball. What they do is they throwing a narrative out there.
They throwing narratives. They're sitting there. They're looking at analytics, and analytics does not explain basketball. It only explains results. It doesn't explain how to score the basketball. It only explains what shots we're taking or what strategies we're taking, or you know what I mean. Like it don't tell you how to get this done. Get a bunch of 3 pointers.
I'll give you this King speech before I go.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the guy from UConn? They always talk about the point guard that won the chip.
So UConn had a lot of good. You want Kevin Ollie?
No. After that,
Kemba,
right? So
yeah, Kemba won the championship by himself. Yep.
I'm watching to the Baja, and they were talking about the best 5 from UNC. This is what they said: the best 5 from UNC, the best 5 from UConn, minus Jordan.
Okay.
So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, you showing you scared. So the dude that didn't play ball, he says Phil Ford is better than Kim. He said Kimba's way better than Phil Ford. Not knowing who Phil Ford is, he said because he had a great run. And in my mind, I'm sitting here thinking, Phil Ford put up the same numbers Kimba did in the era where you played inside out.
Yeah.
75. He put up the same numbers Kimba did.
No shot clock, no 3-point shot, none of that.
Exactly. And was a 3-time first team All-American. Now, if you want to say because Kimba won, cool. But Phil Ford has more awards and better numbers than anybody in the history of UConn. And it don't matter what position.
Mm-hmm.
And Charlie Villanueva was sitting there going, UConn. And I'm sitting here thinking, you sitting here talking about Okafor. He's not guarding Brad Doherty. He's not guarding Sam Perkins. He's not guarding Hansborough. And then they start talking about, I forgot his name, not Scott Burrell, other dude. And I'm sitting here thinking, he's not guarding J.R. Reed at the 4. He's not guarding Antoine Jameson. He's not guarding none of these dudes. And even if you put Stackhouse at this 3, you still got somebody else at the 2. I said you can legitimately create 3 North Carolina teams that UConn best team couldn't touch.
Yeah, it can't be. I mean, Ray is on the team. Ray, remember, mind you, big game. I mean, damn, even big game James. Like,
think about it. They weren't even mentioning James Worthy or Kenny Smith at the point. They were just talking about Ray because he's there, and those dudes, and Ed Cota. Cool. But you got 30 other dudes that was first team All-Americans that was like that. We didn't mention Walter Davis or Al Wood. Just
first of all, I'm
sitting there listening, going, Charlie, you out kicking your covers, bro. You got 3 UNC dudes and you arguing, and they just pointing at dudes on their wall. You like Charlie compared to J.R. Reed was mid. He was mid. He sit there and say what he want. Tell me it's no. But compared to J.R. Reed, you getting cooked.
I think personally, it's just a lot of disrespect because I think a lot of cats that is in this YouTube space really never hooped. So they really don't understand certain nuances, don't really understand certain things that take place on the court. So, and they don't understand the game evolved too, though. It's easy for me to say somebody more skilled now than it was back then, but they got a lot to look forward to. Like Kyrie Irving, his goddamn godfather, Rod Strickland. So you looked up to Rod Strickland, Kenny Anderson. Then you looking at niggas like Allen Iverson. Of course, his handle go look better than all them niggas because look at who we had to modernize his handle from. You know what I'm saying? So guys don't understand that.
Like Kenny Smith said, our handle was like that in the park. We just couldn't do it in the game.
We couldn't do it in the game.
Exactly.
And on top of that, we had the burden of actually.
You better make it 10 out of 10 times.
Here's the other thing, Fish. Those point guards had the burden of actually having to be point guards. See, funny thing about Jalen Brunson, right? And I'd say that, and I'm gonna go tell Sino this in a minute. Jalen Brunson, much as I love him, he ain't no damn point guard. I'm so happy we got Alvarado because we really need to find lineups where When this motherfucker did that spin move and went right in the Azor Thompson, I think it wasn't even Azor Thompson. I think it was Javante Green that ripped him. One of them dudes ripped him, right? Bro, Brunson, how the hell do you do a spin move into a strip? How do you do a spin move? You don't realize these guys got you. But see, that's the difference. The point guards of those era not only they couldn't handle like that, do all this other shit that they do. They actually had again, Mark Price had to actually be a point guard. Mark Price actually had to worry about setting up his teams first, second, third, and fourth. And that's the difference, man. That's the real difference. Like I said, bro, Fish, real quick question. If I sat there and told you, right, because I had a conversation today where they said they said the Knicks did not develop any players in the Patrick Ewing era, right? If I told you we took John Starks out of grocery store and made him an NBA All-Star, and we took Anthony Mason off the West Court Street tournament and made him into a fringe All-Star, and the very next year he got traded to Charlotte, which I said, damn, I hate to lose Mason, but guess what? He gonna go to Charlotte and be an All-Star. Would you say that's a pretty good job of developing players?
That's what player development is.
Thank you.
That's what it is.
So I had a conversation with some young brothers earlier, and I mentioned Johnny Newman. They like, I can't. I mentioned we developed Johnny Newman, Rod Strickland, Mark Jackson, right? Oh no, Mark Jackson was that dude. Okay, they were that dude. They still had to come in the league and actually, you know what I mean? Like neither one of them were the top 5 picks, right? Neither one of them were top 5 picks. They were both played first round picks. That's how the Knicks got them. If I told you we do Johnny Newman, Johnny Newman, he ain't no, because the idea was right. I said the Knicks, the 87 pick, right, the 5th pick. Actually, the Knicks originally we had traded it previously, right? To Seattle. Seattle wound up trading that, Scottie Pippen for Olden Polynice. They said Scottie Pippen would have never been a great player because the Knicks didn't draft. So that was the idea. I said, okay, yeah, you're right. Scottie Pippen was an all-time great because he played with Jordan and he played in the triangle system. But I think Scottie Pippen, wherever he got drafted, would have been a pretty nice two-way player, And the idea that, because none of them guys became Scottie Pippen, you can't then say the Knicks didn't develop any players. Because again, we took 2 guys out of CBA and made them All-Star. You know what I'm saying?
They don't understand, because I did player development in the original D League, the NBDL. They don't understand what that means. Johnny Newman was better than Scottie Pippen in college. His NCAA run at Richmond was like that. He had a different role when he came in the league than Scottie did. Same as David Wingate had a different. He was a bucket at Georgetown. Came in the league, we need you to play defense and spot up. Guys had to adjust their game. They don't understand a lot of guys who was like that. Came into the league and had to play a role. They don't, because they didn't see them. They don't understand the work them dudes put in to play. I'll tell you this: when Starks was like 1 for 25 in the playoffs? When he came back to the city, when he came to the city and played that pro-am, I swear to God, Wayman Tisdale was hollering out air bar every time he touched the rock. We never let him forget that. We never let, but y'all developed him. Y'all developed Mason. Y'all developed dudes. Y'all developed Newman. Y'all developed Trent Tucker. Y'all developed dudes. Y'all developed Charlie Ward. Y'all developed dudes.
Thank you. 97, even when we got Allen Houston and Starks had to come off the bench, he became the 6th man of the year. So again, we made it. So the dude was trying to, and again, like, I'm just living with a little TikTok live, and they're like, "Oh, you interrupted people." I'm like, "Bro, I'm gonna interrupt you when you lie." Because number one, I named like 7, 8 guys we developed. Right? Oh, only one of them was another one was an All-Star with the Knicks. I said John Starks was an All-Star with the Knicks, and he was 6th man of the year with the Knicks. Like, even when we signed a better player in Houston, he still was important to the team, and he wound up going to win 6th Man of the Year because he still was important, still getting 15 coming off the bench. So at the end of the day, like, bro, the player development is definitely there. I'm not saying we develop any super, and that's what it is, bro. If they don't see a superstar, it doesn't matter. And they don't understand you can never win with all superstars on your team. Just like you said, playing a role. When I said Mace was a fringe all-star, when Mace got traded, I said, damn, I hate to lose Mace for LJ. But Mace is gonna go over to be an all-star. Larry Johnson, while he's gonna be important to the team, he's not gonna make all-stars with the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that the roles are different. And they can't understand that. So if they don't see a superstar, that it don't matter. And they don't even understand how teams are supposed to be built. That's why they still on the super team bullshit. You know what I mean?
I was lucky to marry my ex-wife. Growing up in Carolina, it's easy to see talent. Growing up where I'm from, Mitchell Wiggins and Cedric Maxwell came back home, and they helped us develop, get ready for college. Stackhouse did the same thing with Bullock and Brandon Ingram and them guys. We developed ourselves. We went to college and did our thing. But marrying my ex-wife and watching them dudes, Eddie Robinson, Charlotte Hornets, went to Division II in Oklahoma City. I watched him develop. I watched him put in the work. Junie Sanders from New York went to the same school as Eddie Robinson did before Eddie Robinson did, Central State in Edmond, Oklahoma. I watched them dudes develop. I saw the work Starks put in the summertime from New York. I saw the work Tisdale put a lot of guys in work. I saw Mayberry, Clint McDaniel, Eton Thomas, all them dudes from Tulsa. I saw them develop. Because what we used to do was we would go to Oklahoma City to an NAI school in the summertime, and everybody had the work they were supposed to do over the summer. You did your work, and at 6 o'clock we hit the floor. If you was a fly in the water, see the dudes in that gym playing D, you would know why they stayed in the league. This was pickup. Price was picking up Mookie Blaylock baseline to baseline. Anthony Bowie went to OU. He's from Oklahoma. I'm watching him pick up Richard Dumas, 94 feet. These dudes wanted it. That's why they stayed in the league. That's why they did what they did. Player development is the coaches, but then it's individual. If I may not have made it as far if I stayed in Carolina and not been around these dudes, because a lot of dudes back home, you work on your own. But these dudes, we would be 50 deep in that gym and hoop till 11 o'clock at night every day, Monday through Thursday. And everybody would work. So, and then when they go back to the teams, now they working twice as hard because they trying to show what they learned over the summer. But people don't see that. They think, oh, he's not an all-star. He not this, he not that. Yeah. If he playing his role and helping your team win, he doing his job.
Remember, Fish, before we get out of here, one of the worst things that happened to the league is that the money got so crazy, these dudes are scared to touch a ball in the offseason. You saw LeBron in China. He was so damn frustrated. They work out, they might work out in the gym, but they don't work out hooping. They don't scrimmage like that. They might go to the Drew League for a couple of weeks or go here for a couple of weeks, but they're not doing what you saw them do. Literally play all season. Like Michael Jordan putting the love of the game clause in his contract. It made dudes.
Don't go to Rico Hines. Go to Rico Hines, who played at UCLA in the summer. They'll go to his workout, right? And this is when you know they wasn't putting in the work. Draymond Green at the end of the workout told them dudes, there is no way Pascal Siakam and what's the point guard Toronto had?
You talking about Kyle Lowry?
No, the other one.
Van Vliet.
He said there was no reason why these two dudes should be beating y'all in the run at the end of the workout. If they're beating you, you're never going to get where you want to get because you should want it more than they do because they already there. It's on YouTube. He gave a speech and he told them dudes in there, you need to figure out you only got two guys on every team that get to shoot Everybody else got to find a fucking role.
Yep.
He
And
broke
that's
it
it.
down to him.
That's it. They don't understand basketball, man. They think basketball is accidental. They think everybody gets to put up because they go back and they count shots. They go back and say, "Oh, well, I just got taking so many shots." They take you taking so many shots because it was designed. The offense was designed for him to get that many shots. Like it wasn't accidental. Like you know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
they don't get it, man. They don't get how the game evolved. They don't get that it's just wide open, spread out. Everybody shoot a three. You know what I mean? They don't get that certain people, the big men had to camp down low. You're moving the ball around. You're playing inside out. They don't get none of that. And that's why it's just like, what can I do? Steve Nash played, again, mind you, talking two guys that played, one played, they both were drafted in 96, right? So their era is pretty much the same. And Nash, because of who he was, lasted longer. But if you're gonna look at the years they played together, first of all, again, Nash is 8 years in the league before he starts putting up some crazy numbers in Phoenix. Iverson already was like all world. So how you gonna go back and look and then talk about efficiency and shit like that when Iverson was clearly the better player for 8 years, and even in the years that Iverson was in, when Nash was MVP, Iverson is better than him. It doesn't make sense, man.
But this is what I be talking about, bro. That shit. None of that shit. It shouldn't be a conversation at all, bro. I had a conversation with a motherfucker the other day on TikTok that told me that Steve Nash was better than Kobe in 06. I swear to God, bro.
Like,
all right, bro.
I can understand having a better MVP because being an MVP, the MVP and being a better player, two totally different things, right? We understand.
No, he said that he was a better player, bro.
Yeah,
the MVP was just given to the most important player on the best team, but that doesn't make you the best player. I'm telling motherfuckers like that doesn't even make sense on any level at all. Like he was better than Kobe. He was shooting like he brought up his shooting percentages.
You know how it go, man. You know how it go, bro. When you debated Nas, bro, it was like, yeah, man, Nas came with the down the middle stats, and you're not you came in and you actually tried to explain basketball in your debate, and I know it's hard to do. It's hard to do with these cats, man. They only know stats and numbers. That's all they know. That's all they know. So they can't even put consistent logic to it. And it's just like, yeah, we'll come back with, well, he was a more efficient player again, because that's a different shot diet. But if you look at LeBron James, anytime he was asked to shoot jumpers, and if you look at his actual jump shot shooting percentage, it's not even close.
But these motherfuckers also told me it's hard to prove a motherfucker's defensive impact, and then I got off, bro. I got off immediately, bro. I said he's a better defender. They said you can't prove that. All right.
Because they only know numbers. That's what it is. I asked Herm what number. I asked Herm who was up here. Can you give me a set of numbers that can prove defensive impact? No, you can't. You have to watch the game and understand what you're looking at. You have to watch the game, watch his versatility, watch his strength, watch it. They don't get it, man. They don't get it. That's why.
You know what you should have told them? Go to the clip where Kobe jumped over Nash and dunked on him. Nash made no effort to even reach for the ball defensively. He made no effort to play defense. He stood there and was a cone.
Steve Nash.
One of the reasons Kobe had to play the fucking defense on point guards in 2012.
I know. Yeah. We all know this, man. JB, if JB wasn't sleeping, he would concur. And I know JB put him working hard, man. But yo, real talk. Yeah. I mean, Nash makes Jalen Brunson look like Gary Payton on defense. That's not bad, bro. I'm just saying, man. All right, man.
He's awful. I'll take Steph Curry any day. I'll take Steph Curry on defense any day over that.
This wound up being a good show, man. I'm really gonna try to do this more often. I want to try to do something over the weekend. Hopefully, we get some time lined up. If you know, I'm gonna hit you up, Hawk, about definitely look out for us on. You be working Saturday. Or you be around.
I'm off on Saturday, brother.
Okay, so I'll see. I'm supposed to debate, but I'm thinking I'm gonna pull out. I'm just gonna judge. But yeah, I definitely, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm a little upset with Trav, but we still cool because we really do good content, man. We really have good conversations and shit like that. But I told him I was Rob. He's like, oh man, you always whining about the bet. I'm like, first of all, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I just don't like losing the lines, and I can't believe you ain't spot the line. But you know what?
Man, they'll never listen. They just listen to the argument. They don't never fact check.
They don't fact, and that's what I'm
Never
saying.
fact check.
I fact check, and again, these niggas was
Yeah.
roasting me in Discord, talking about
Who's the dude that went at it with KD a couple years ago? Ryan Davis, that comedian.
Yeah.
He's so corny.
Yeah, he want to be Savannah too.
One of my partners is a comedian, Black Ron. So Ryan popped up and he started talking, and Ryan from Carolina. So the minute I told him where I was from, he stopped talking. We breed ball players. The minute I started, because he wanted to argue, and I said, "You do know, I ran player development for Nike 5-star from the time KG was there through Chris Paul. So I do know the evolution of the game of kids. You do know that." And he said, and I said, "And you do know I'm from Kinston." Conversation stopped. Because all he wants to do is prove a point. He don't necessarily want to be right. He just always want to prove a point. But when you don't when you don't have context behind what you're saying, at that point is when you need to stop talking.
Yeah, man.
You can't have context when you don't know what you're talking about.
That's exactly. You can't bet. That's the thing that they don't understand. Basketball. Basketball is, they don't understand basketball is not a number. It's absolute. If I bust your ass, it's because I'm better than you. It's got nothing to do with numbers and all of that. I got it because I know that.
You can't be like, well, he had 50, but he shot 40%. Did that 50 beat you? Then he was better than you. Doesn't matter. I don't care what he shot.
Tell me about somebody, and I said, well, you tell me what their numbers are in the fourth quarter when they need them. Because if
you know who that is.
If they only average 3 points in the fourth quarter, our conversation over. Don't tell me about the 30 he got. If 3 of them was in the fourth quarter, that means he disappeared.
I just had a conversation about that, man. They said, well, you saying 30 ain't 30? I said, no, 30 is not 30. 30 depends on when that 30 came. You can have 15 in the first quarter, and then you got another 10 through the second quarter, and then 3 in the third, and then 2 in the fourth. That's not the same 30 if I don't put up 15 in the fourth, bro.
It's like the running back that get 100 yards, but he don't get nothing inside the 20. Running up and down the field.
Them empty stats, man.
All of a sudden in the 20s, he getting stuffed every play. That's the bottom line.
Not to say it don't help, but that's not the same.
Your 100 yards was irrelevant if you didn't get not 1 yard inside that 20.
Thank you. Or guys that wind up throwing 300, 400 yards, but it's because when the game mattered, they was getting blown out. Now the team playing prevent defense, catching these jink and dunk yards, and you know what I'm saying? Like acting like it. That was Tony Romo for a T. Football.
That's Dak too.
Yup.
Dak could be getting blown out by 4 touchdowns and then score 3 in the fourth quarter.
Yep. That's what you play fantasy football.
I laugh every day when I see that.
Anyway, he's one of the best in the league. All right, bro. You say so. If you one of the best for the every minute except the last 5.
There's a Walmart across the street from Cowboy Stadium that I stand at on game day when they lose and just watch them crying over the watch them crying, walking across Randall Mill, cussing out Jerry Jones. Hey, Jerry Jones thought y'all got beat by 30.
Yo, Hawk, real talk. It's time to tighten up the circle, bro, because we can't. We understand this conversation. Understand we can't talk basketball any and everybody because niggas don't. Bro.
That's why I told you though. Like if you measuring what a player did instead of what he looked like. You looking at a stat sheet I'm looking at how many times they dove for the ball, how many game-winning plays they made.
Uh-huh.
I don't care if he got the assist. Did he swing it and
Uh-huh.
then the second man got the assist because he invited the double team? Like y'all really don't know what y'all looking at.
Uh-huh. That's why I did not let that clown that came up here and debated Herm have it. Because you telling me the stats mean everything. Everything is a stat. Everything is a stat. Again, niggas who pad their stat like LeBron James pad their stat to become the oldest guy to get a triple double. When you up by 20, you know
Bro,
full
it's
well. Oh yeah, that's
you
the other thing.
yelling at your teammate about a rebound.
Mind you, Austin Reeves, the guy that's averaging 26 on your team, bro. Hey, come on, man. But you know, I only said this for the last 10, 15 years when they were trying to accuse Russell Westbrook of being the worst stat pad ever. I feel LeBron James is the worst stat pad in the history of the NBA because you should not be aware. You should not be aware that you need a 10th rebound anyway.
No,
Like,
you know that. No, let me tell you something. Every ball player knows their numbers.
yep.
And I may not be on
Yeah,
point,
for the most
but
part.
I've been in games where I'm saying, okay, I got 15-8. I got 15 to 8 assists. And I may have 15 and 6 assists. But in your mind, subconsciously, you counting your numbers. Every
I got a
ball player
ballpark
does.
number. I got a
Every ball
ballpark number,
player.
but I'm not going to look at no stat sheet.
No,
Yeah,
we don't have to look
exactly.
at our stat sheets because subconsciously you count it in your head, even though you now don't think you're doing it. You know your number. At the end of the game, if you go to the stat sheet, it's because you want to know the specific number.
No,
Same
no,
number how they scored it.
I know exactly what you're saying. I'm saying now that yeah, you subconsciously do it, but what I'm saying is the player checking the stat sheet after every quarter is insane to me.
Oh, the dudes that
And you checking your stat sheet during the game.
they not used to getting
And
numbers.
that's what I'm saying.
They're
What's
not
what
used to getting numbers.
LeBron
it's
do
like
it. He said he do it. He said he
Yeah.
do it because he want to make sure he efficient.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
okay. Yeah.
And there you go. And there you go. And that's where the game went. Instead of just understanding, well, look, damn, if I keep doing it, I know this is my impact. If I keep closing out or if I box out and you know what I mean? You supposed to have a see that's what I'm saying. Guys like Kobe, like yeah, they just played. They didn't play to put up a certain stat line. They played whatever the game was necessary. If I gotta take 45 shots tonight, I take 45 shots tonight. Kay Cunningham, how many shots did he take? He took 18 shots in the first half. That's
Hey,
the
bro.
game.
Hey, I got into an argument with a motherfucker the other day because he got mad. I said I'll take Cade Cunningham over Luka any day.
Yeah.
I'll take Cade Cunningham any day over Luka. I don't care about you holding the ball and getting all these damn stats. You fuck about none of that. Your impact on winning is not there, bro. Like you can outscore a motherfucker, but that's about it. If your shot off, we're fucked.
I ain't mad at you, man.
What was the deal they were saying? Kobe was trying to get 81. They was losing the whole game.
Nah, bro. They don't pay attention to what happened.
He was losing when Kobe got that 62 and outscored Dallas in 3 quarters.
He sat down.
He sat down. Them dudes wasn't. He said if I
They asked him if he wanted to go back in.
Yeah. He said no. I'll get it. Because the nature of the game says he'll get it. But he wasn't trying to get no 81. They was losing to Toronto the whole game. They didn't get the lead to the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they were down like 20 when he had 50.
They don't watch the game. They just look at the box.
Nah, man, just running their mouth, man. They don't know who defended who. They don't know who was on a playing a drop coverage. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about no pin down. They have I ask a motherfucker to describe a pin down for you. I guarantee you don't know what it is.
That's what's funny to me is when you hear a dude, I don't know the game.
Man, they don't know shit about the game, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Half the people that's on TikTok running their mouth, they just study stat sheets. That's all.
Mm, 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 mm,
Mm-hmm.